First, we agreed that it's time to decide on the ambitious framework, and that it's time that we take decisions on the 30% surface area for biodiversity protection, and where it could be accepted to have use of those resources, allow it, because each protected area has its own regime of governance. And based on that, we also want to see, and this is a claim by indigenous peoples in Colombia, that the collective lands of indigenous people is recognized, not because only it is a political and environmental justice aspect, but because it is demonstrated that their lands are better protected with their governance than what we have done in the other parts of the world. And nature, different than we in this room, nature does not have boundaries. The pollination process is a process that needs the world to be able to produce food. Thinking that we can replace that with technology is nonsense, and in that perspective, Colombia supports that 50% of pesticides, especially those that are highly toxic and harmful, are eliminated by 2030. And it's very, very important that we recognize that although we have political differences, that we have geographical differences, that we need to take into account that we are part of a global planet that works as an organism and that creates the flows of life throughout all our political boundaries. If we are not able to recognize that we need to sustain life in this planet and that this cannot be done in a fragmented way, and we are not able to put together goals that are aligned with the way the ecosystems and the planet works, I'm not sure how we are going to get the results we need. That is not in terms of political power, but is in terms of sustaining the lives of us and all this miraculous planet that we live in. Finally, we think, and it's very important for Colombia, that there is a fair distribution of benefits regarding digital sequencing on genetic resources. Genetic resources are not resources, it's the essence of life, it's what we're made of. And it's not fair that we take this to the market that ends up in patents, and then we, the people, the mega diverse countries that have sustained this capacity of the diversity of life end up without access to what constitutes us as peoples. This is something we really need to take into account and consider deeply. Otherwise, we will end up taking the same system that is destroying life, thinking that the solution is taking life itself to the market. I invite all of us that these forums take political decisions and that we put life first than the economic system which is destroying it right now.